Wings and Wheels 2022. Magnificent heavyweight aircraft began flying in early that morning, including this C-17. Yes, it was finally here, the culmination of 6 months of painstaking work by 7 dedicated Ernie Hall Aviation Museum board members. Following 7 years of this magnificent Wings and Wheels successful fundraising event, the organization decided it was time to look for a much larger venue. It became so popular, the museum grounds could no longer handle the influx of people, not to mention the planes and cars. After some discussion with the Youngstown-Warren Regional Airport, a collaboration between the museum and the airport began. The result? A weekend that thousands will never forget. The weekend celebration began at 6 a.m. The vintage, hot rod, and exotic cars started lining up, and they just kept coming. Our wonderful staff was set and ready inside the airport terminal at 8 a.m. and waiting for the onslaught of what turned out to be an unending flow of traffic. All signs were checked and double-checked by the tiniest of the supervisory staff. The lobby area was also filled with vendors sporting their organizations, along with brochures and gifts for all the ensuing guests. To commemorate Ernie Hall and all that he stood for, a rather large display was set up in an offset room. Also, a large screen demonstration video of the museum ran non-stop all weekend long, narrated by the infamous board member and co-president Robert Griffin. Arthur Griffin single-handedly and very exquisitely, I might add, gave unstoppable presentations throughout the entire two-day event. He discussed the Ernie Hall heirlooms along with other early aviation memorabilia. The ultimate goal was to bring hundreds of inquisitive guests to the Youngstown-Warren Regional Airport and enjoy once again one of this area's best-kept secrets. The guests started arriving at 8 a.m. on Saturday, and the traffic never stopped.
There's a little pilot right there. Little pilot.
Yes, a huge success. When it was all said and done, over 5,000 people enjoyed the festivities, tours, and excitement for hours on end. The creator of the museum, Bill Griffin, would have been very proud. A never-ending row of thousands of hot rod, exotic, and vintage cars lined the tarmac. It was a mile-long cavalcade of pride and beauty, an exhibition of all makes and models, from the 1930s to the present. It was an electrifying charm. There was so much to see that some of our Saturday guests came back to visit us on Sunday. The crowd really kept the food vendors busy during the entire weekend.
Funky kitchen.
One guest even boasted about eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. And of course, the children especially enjoyed the variety of food.
How's the pizza? Is it pizza good?
Yeah.
Let me see. Take a big bite.
I don't want to take a big bite.
Okay, how about a little bite?
Yeah.
Okay. Atta girl.
Large-body military planes donned their massive structure, and many even boarded America's finest aircrafts in order to get a bird's-eye view of what it looks like inside and what goes on when our military men and women are summoned to duty. They were greeted by military personnel who educated them on the massive structure, how and when it operates, and what they mean. And of course, what they meant for the freedom of our nation. Small aircraft fly-ins were also present. Even a female pilot flew in from Kent State University Aeronautical Engineering program to discuss the dire need for new pilots, especially female pilots in the world of aviation. The massive crowd enjoyed a real thrill. They were able to gather and stand near a taxiway and watch a C-17 military take off into the wild blue yonder, or gray yonder as it was.
So what'd you think?
Great.
Yeah, that's cool.
I liked it.
And it didn't take him long to get up and out, did it?
No, it did not.
No,
It was
no.
quick, easy.
And so many tons of weight on that. So many tons. You wonder.
It's as close as it is to you, and as loud as it is. And then looking at it, how far, but yet close to you, the sound is gone.
Yeah.
And when Wings and Wheels 2022 was finally over, it seemed as though everyone was pleased. And some even destined to become future pilots.
But you loved it, huh?
He's going to be a pilot someday.
I think it'll be her.
Oh.
Huh? So you love planes.
Let us not forget the Youngstown Warren Regional Airport operations personnel who worked so hard to prepare for this event and are to be commended for a job well done in preparing and showcasing this fantastic airport in all of its glory. We welcome you back to Wings and Wheels 2023, where we promise it to be more extravagant and more magnificent than ever before.
This morning at its new location, the Youngstown Warren Regional Airport. The Ernie Hall Aviation Museum held the event, which several airplanes and cars from vintage, hot rods, and exotic cars.
That's a fantastic opportunity for your family to get out and see some sweet classic cars, an opportunity to get up close and personal with some warbirds, some really cool aircraft that you don't get to see every day, and get to experience the Youngstown Warren Airport, which we don't get this opportunity too often. So it's very we're very fortunate to have this.
Proceeds from the event go towards the museum, the Animal Welfare League of Trumbull County, and Northeast Ohio Adoption Services. If you missed out today, you'll have another chance tomorrow from 8 until 5.
The Ernie Hall Museum is celebrating its 8th annual Wings and Wheels this year, but we have outgrown our location for this event. So we are relocating to the spacious Youngstown Warren Regional Airport in Vienna, Ohio. You'll have an opportunity to see many different types of airplanes and hundreds of vintage, exotic, and hot cars. Parking is free and admission is $10. It is fun for the entire family. That's Saturday, August 6th and Sunday, August 7th. This message is sponsored by Toyota of Warren.